Derek with Eliminex. We're here and on Cliffwood Beach treating this box spring for bed bugs. The other room I treated already. Took a lot of bed bugs off. I mean, this is a matching set, and the bed bugs on this box spring was so bad. Normally people would just throw it away. I mean, me being in the business, in my profession, for what I saw in the box spring itself, I would throw it away. I would just throw it away. But I do that. The reason why I throw things away, same reason why I take my trucks to the mechanic. I can do a lot of things myself. I'm a licensed contractor. I can fix my own sheetrock and plumbing, but I trade time for money. So, the reason why I would throw it away is just to save time and not have to keep, wondering about it and monitoring and all that stuff. I just money solves all problems, right? It's like makes life a lot easier. But for my clients, I know the expense of the bed bug treatment is going to be the same, regardless if you throw away your furniture or not. It's still the whole same process and same price. So if you throw away your items, that's just going to increase your total expense. If you're going to throw away one thing, you're going to get in the habit of just throwing away a lot of things. So when I give a 30-day agreement, I mean I really go in on the bed and furniture, and because not just the box spring. If the box spring was bad, people would likely throw away the rail and the headboard and footboard, or sometimes the whole furniture set. So it's probably the reason why you get a good treatment is so you can save these items. So that's what I do. I mean, I go through the effort. I'm, like I said, trading time for money. People are hiring me. They choose me. I'm going to spend the time in exchange for them paying me for the service. And since they're paying me the same, might as well save your furniture, and I'll do a really great job, which I did with this one. I really took it apart. I even took this outside, treated everything, picked up all the surface bed bugs, scraped up all the eggs that were there, took off the cover. I mean, I really went through that. I really went through that for like an hour, because this is the only infested item in this house. But we were doing the rest at a discount. We're doing other rooms because they're so close together, within feet of each other. So one bed bug escapes this room, they're going to go into another room. So we have to treat every room in this house because it's all on the same level. And so it's going to be great. And I'm going to come back for a free follow-up in 30 days. I offered, if there's any the conditions, if there's a persistent problem and I need to come investigate, I will, after 10 days, come do an inspection and any kind of spot treat that's needed. It's not a guarantee. Can't guarantee the service, but within that 30 days, I'm going to give you my all. You're going to be satisfied. That's what their agreement. That's part of the consultation. You're going to get my best. And if it takes two guys, it takes two guys. Some houses takes two guys, and we even help do some preparation if you need. Depends on how much the package, how much you're paying. As a whole, we can include other services for you to make your life easier, because we'll do it the expert way. And also our consultation is worth a fortune. Just us consulting you on how to prepare, how to clean, how to prevent, what to throw away, what not to throw away, what to look for. I mean, just that in itself is just, I think it's priceless, because a lot of our clients that hire us really do pay attention to all the details and everything that's involved, and they really do listen and follow through on their own. And likely about 80% of our clients do not call us back for bed bug treatment within 1 year's time. I mean, that's pretty significant. And if it's small, they already see the process and they know they can go about it themselves. Just really do an inspection. If you catch it early, you can catch it early without even using chemical or any cleaners. You can pick them up with tape, if you get it early. But to the point of taking a whole bedroom apart, that takes a professional. But if you catch it early, you won't be in that situation. But yeah, I do a lot of jobs, and they're just afraid they're going to get bed bugs again. And I tell them I recommend what they do, and even renters who make it the landlord's responsibility, they still take it upon themselves to do prevention. They don't want to get bed bugs again, even if the landlord did pay. They don't want to suffer, deal with it again. So that it's up to them. So I really do enjoy the bed bug services. The only time I ever walked away from a job is just when there's no cooperation and too much complaints, no cooperation with getting access, not being out front with what rooms have bed bugs. People change their tune. After I do, they hire me for even a 1-bedroom service. We'll take 1-bedroom service in certain conditions. Usually it'll be a separate room in the house on a different level for like an in-law or taking care of somebody elderly, or maybe they're renting a part of their house and it's a separate entrance, separate whole area, not even close to any other living areas. We can treat like a different zone of a house. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they're complaining bed bugs are in three other rooms, and they try to conclude, maybe being naive or deliberately. We can't really tell. Can't make any accusations, but all of a sudden they have bed bugs in other multiple rooms all of a sudden, and they try to insinuate my treatment caused them to scatter. And that's why you need a consultation. I can tell you all this stuff. And we have a great track record. 24 years in the business. I've been doing bed bugs since 1993 in New York City, when it was like, they were considered an exotic bug. You would catch them in hotels, and then maybe in some areas they would generate very seldomly. The chemicals that we used back then just killed everything. So I didn't really have to learn about the biology. But you wouldn't want those chemicals used in these residential homes in New Jersey. You wouldn't want those strong chemicals being used. Because you won't have 3 days to clear out the room to get the odor out. Well, you don't have those anymore. So it took a lot of development and a lot of trial and error and giving up, and then getting back into it when it went in full swing. When everybody was calling us for bed bugs, we learned. We got into the trenches and we had to do what everybody else was doing. And now we become such experts at bed bugs. I was bragging about it, but it's just with the economy and everything, we have to fit people's budget, and not, we have to slow ourselves down and not, demand to do the whole house. This is what I would do if I were you kind of situations. We do, take care of the problem. People are pretty smart. They know the problem just started. Early detection is in vogue now. People are catching it early. So it is just in 1 or 2 rooms, and then they decide. It's up to them to decide if they want to do adjacent rooms or the rest of the house as a preventive measure. We'll offer a discount for that, basing that there's no visible evidence in those other rooms, but they want it treated anyway, so we have to give a discount to get the whole place under protection. I can really write a book over this, but most people that write books don't go into theory too much. They go into making it layman's terms on how the homeowner sees it. But it just leads itself to a lot of backlash, a lot of arguing on something that they read elsewhere versus my experience. So in order to prove myself, I'm actually end up giving up secrets, and I'm thinking about that. I would try to make a website, but it just got involved with chemical selection and stuff. It just got too involved, and it can open myself up to liability if I'm suggesting products that may be restricted. You can maybe buy online if you got a hold of it, but if you misused it, there's certain cautions that you're really supposed to be licensed to be applying it, or maybe people will take this knowledge and start treating their friends and family's houses, without the license. So it kind of opens myself to being irresponsible to give out this information. Because I thought about do it yourself kind of thing. That's kind of new. But these are professional products. You really have to be trained, and a lot of people do their own bed bug treatments, but it's with the conventional methods. And some people swear by, and people argue with me online. Try to pick an argument, anyways. I don't really respond to it because I'm for hire, right? I'm for hire, and it's all about money. That's what they say, and their argument does have some merit to it. Because I'm a paid expert, but I come to solve your problem. I don't come to manage it. I don't come to guess. I come to definitely do it right, and if the problem, if you perceive it as not solved because you're getting bit or whatever, we can go from there, and we could really figure it out from there, narrow it down to the point maybe it's not bed bugs that's biting you. If you can't produce a bed bug 6 weeks after the treatment, and you're saying you're getting bit constantly, and I come in voluntarily to do extra follow-ups, I know they're going to come to the surface. If there really are bed bugs still biting you, I'll rotate a product, even a non-chemical product that I'll use. Those bed bugs will come out of hiding eventually, no doubt about it. I've been doing this hard and heavy for 10 years now. I mean, full blast. And this has become like a part of this is even our primary offer. We're just expert at everything. We're experts at my side. I would love just to have nonstop business in just one area, and that's why I became an expert. And that's why I became an expert in this industry, because bed bugs was like a big thing all of a sudden overnight in 2009, and I wasn't in on it. I wasn't in on it, and I wasn't ready to expand. But that was hot for about 3 years. I mean, it would have been great to take advantage of it, but people went a little too far, and really over leveraged themselves with their equipment, and $200,000 worth of equipment, hired all these trucks and leases and heat treatment and all these other, that's heat treatment. That was a trap. I kind of foresaw that wasn't going to be long term. Maintenance on equipment like that, breakdowns. I mean, it's like landscaping. You can't just go buy a $9,000 mower and then store it and then just use it whenever you need it. It still requires maintenance and startups and so when you do a heat treatment, you have all this equipment that you have to store and maintain, keep clean, and have enough guys ready to move it. Because a heat treatment, you need 3-4 guys to do something like that, and it's just no one's going to pay that kind of money. So nowadays we're catching it early. That's why I'm still like doing well on this, because I can minimize the needed areas. We can figure it out. We could start small as possible to get your money's worth, and then work from there, which I do offer an extended service plan for bed bugs, because really can't guarantee a treatment that only lasts 30 days. You can't guarantee that multiple months without doing follow-up, without doing monthly applications to keep that treatment strong. There's no way you can guarantee it. So these companies are trying that. They're trying to get the money up front, offer 3-month guarantee. People don't want to hear that. People ask me how much the guarantee is. I'm like, look, we got 30 days. You got me for 30 days. After that, you can pay a certain amount. There's no guarantee even with the discount monthly thing, but you get it at a discount, you're going to get me. I'm going to do a beautiful job. You won't get an infestation from my booster treatment, but you could bring back bed bugs anytime, and they may require additional work involved, and it could be higher if you called me for the booster and then something was persistent, and then we know you brought it back in somehow, because there's just no possible way an infestation is going to crop up, that something that I missed. That's going to be impossible. The way I do it is impossible. But I'm an expert in everything. Wood destroying insects, termites. We do wildlife control, pest proofing. We do fleas, rodent control, just experts at rodent control. I mean, people search me out trying to get ideas. They're not even interested in hiring me for the actual service. They just want ideas. They know I have methods that can control it chemically and non-chemically. And they're interested in the non-chemical approach, and they want to know if I gave it my all, what would I do? And it's giving out my secrets. I exchange money for solutions, and they tell you how to do it yourself. It's going to take too much of my time. It's going to take me just as much time to show you how to do it than do it myself. And I'm doing it for free. Even my consultation, if I charge you a consultation fee, you're going to hold me to my advice. And if it didn't work, you know what I'm saying? Everything opens you up to liability. Just hire me. That's why doctors don't give you any advice on how to do anything. They don't want to be liable for you taking it upon yourself based on their suggestions. So, bed bugs. What excites me about bed bugs is that it is an indoors, year-round kind of thing, rain or shine kind of service. I'm really excited about it, but just too many people are in the business, and too many people are cutting each other's throats to get volume, and we're not a volume type company. We're a specialty company. We don't. I mean, I love to get a contract to do 100 units, and I would hire a couple people extra and train them just to I would get it done. Even if they didn't really know what they were doing, I could teach them to make it profitable for me and get the job done, because it's under my direct supervision. I could run 5 guys at a time, no problem, and not really worry that they're costing me money, because it's all profitable. The way I do it, the solution, and if they call back, if we miss some spots, there's some bed bugs. The bed bugs are hiding right on the ceiling. Look at that. I didn't think that. Well, I sprayed up there. I didn't anticipate that. This problem I thought just kind of started, but now I'm suspicious. Now what I'm seeing here is that they are up there. I'm going to bring this up to the, she doesn't want to hear it. There's some activity. This doesn't come up on the inspection. Yeah, it's bed bug, fecal matter. They're up here in this trim work. I'm glad I located that. I'm going to point that out to her, but oh boy. Now she's going to be in a panic. It's one of those things, should I tell her or shouldn't I tell her? Just wait till after the treatment. Maybe me spraying there today, and I'm going to follow up with the dust. I do like a limited dust application in areas that you're not going to disturb, so maybe I could just solve it right now without bringing it up, because she was already in a panic. I don't use dust anymore as much as I used to, because when you disturb it, and people get that idea that but this is insecticide dust versus diatomaceous earth, and that doesn't work. You try to do that with diatomaceous earth, it'll just pack in there. It won't do anything. It'll chase the bed bugs out if anything, but this is a dust, pyrethrin dust. Yeah, I have to be careful. I'm going to I can already kind of smell a little bit. Usually I wear the respirator, but if I'm in proper ventilation, I don't have to really worry about it. I've been in business this long. It's just kind of natural to me. But the guys I have working with me, I tell them to wear a suit. See me, I'm not even wearing a suit. I'm not even wearing protection, just wearing some gloves. Keep my hands from drying out and getting things dirty. Well, it's like a 20-minute video. Yeah. Well, I could say give us a call. Just look at the title of the video. You can see our contact information. Free consultation. Over the phone is going to be difficult if you're local. I can tell you what not to do over the phone. Don't do this, don't do that. But you really do need a visual consultation. We need to find out if it's an actual bed bug, because it could be something else. It could be carpet beetle or something. You could be looking at something that's not bed bug and freaking out. So if you have a sample, we usually, if we could determine over the phone it sounds likely, we'll do a free inspection. But if it's like a what if and we don't know what it is, and we usually might charge a nominal fee to come. And if we do find bed bugs for real, or I mean, if you're the decision maker, you're the homeowner, we'll probably give you a free quote, not charge you for the inspection if we do find bed bugs. But if it's like you're a renter and you just want to report some kind of written report or something, or you need to prove that your house is free and clear of bed bugs or something for the visual inspection, we'll charge you a nominal fee versus a bed bug dog inspection is between $300 and $500 for a bed bug dog inspection. We can do it. We could do it starting at $75, $95 to give you an actual report. We have a 35-point inspection. It's a legal document that we did a visual only inspection. It's stronger than a dog inspection, scent detection inspection. There's no report, just the dog sensed bed bugs in this room and didn't in that room. For a visual inspection, we're really looking. We really, we'll really note a lot of things, and it's a legal document from a licensed company. You can use it as almost like a certification. It doesn't guarantee doesn't guarantee you're bed bug free, but if there's no visible evidence of presence from a visual inspection, you're not infested. That's guaranteed. That's guaranteed. Don't have it could just started. But what do you want? You want to come here for a report? You want to come to me to give you an estimate? So if you come in with the intention just to give you a report, we're going to charge for that. But if you come, if you have us come to give with the intention on giving you a price for a treatment, we know for sure you have bed bugs. It's a different story, and that's a free inspection because we're there to give you a price to do a service. Yeah, everybody that started with me, everybody that worked for me, they're really impressed. They're really impressed by that I live this. I'm like a ninja, I live this pest control. There's ninjas in every business. From landscaping to everything else, contracting. There's ninjas in every business. I'm a ninja in pest control. It took me a while to really be 100% just proud of that, to tell the public, because before we just got into this whole thing. What's the most disgusting thing you ever come across? And just out of curiosity, it's they're not these kind of questions. They're not even impressed by what I do. They just figure it's a lowly disgusting job. And when you're young, you want to be proud. You want to say you're a business owner. But now I'm proud. I'm proud. I kill bugs. I'm good at it. Really good at it. It's just as a business, it's just a different story. How to run a profitable business competitively and profitably. I mean, there's a lot of shares of the pie out there. You just have to be unique. And how can you be unique in pest control? Be an expert. Be an expert in everything, because you're going to run across other things. And while you're here, they have other questions on this and that. And you want to be able to answer everything to the T. And people did our research already, and they did their people are internet smart. Boy, I'm internet smart too, but I already know from experience, and I compare it. So I compliment them on their knowledge, but they hear something from me, and it just hits what they want to hear, because there's definitely it's validation for what I say is true. So I say 10% of what they know for a fact, and they're going to believe the other 90%, because I tell the truth. And I don't know which 10% they're looking for. So I tell 100% of facts. And the other theory is how you can get them. I mean, that's the mystery. That's the fun part. How did you get them? Where they come from? And I don't get scientific. I don't even know much scientific terms of bugs. Entomology terms. You always thought, in order to be an expert in this business, you would have to know science. You have to respect science. It's already been invented. You have those people and those professionals in the industry too, and they research and develop, and you just become an expert at